C. Jamil Powell,
Yep.
aka Feli. Thanks for joining us today. Lightning Interim has quickly connected with viewers online. How does it feel to see a 60-second commercial resonate so strongly?
I would say it feels like it's supposed to feel. To be a short commercial and to make such an impact with just a few seconds, that tells you everything you need to know. It's impactful. It's meaningful. It needed to be said. Things of that nature. So, of course, yeah.
Did you expect that kind of reaction?
I did. I did because it's thought provoking. Whenever you do something and it causes people to think and it causes people to maybe choose sides or causes people to maybe guess, then you kind of know what you're going to get out of it.
What's it like seeing viewers respond so quickly?
It kept my attention. To see viewers respond, to see people leaving comments, to see people inquiring about it. It did everything it was supposed to do because that's what it was meant for.
See, your performance balances calm, humor, and subtle depth. How did you approach this role?
Well, I went over the lines, I read the script, and I just naturally did my thing. Like I naturally locked in and I just did it how I would do it. You understand what I'm saying? What I mean by that is I did it in a way that if I was to see that in real life and feel this way in real life, that's how it would turn out. So that's how I did the role. I didn't do it like it was like I had to be some actor, or like I had to persuade anybody, anything. I just did that shit from the heart. Like I literally just was me. This is how I feel about it. This is my mannerisms. This is what I would do because it was me.
Was it challenging to stay composed while the set around you was so chaotic?
I would say it wasn't because how focused I was. Usually I like it like that. I like it chaotic because I don't want it all quiet. I think it's harder to concentrate when you got, people just being quiet and they just focused on what you got going on. I like when stuff is going on everywhere. Like there's somebody making noise over here. There's somebody doing something over here. There's somebody making noise over here. I feel comfortable in those zones because it's like, all right, everybody got something going on. They ain't just looking at me and what I got going on. So everybody's in their own world. That's what I like about that. So I would rather it be chaotic than just everybody sitting around focused on one thing. Nah.
How did you find the right tone for humor versus the deeper moments?
It's all in the words. Words make you feel a certain type of way because I'm an artist as well. So it's all in the words. The words have power. The words have meaning. The words have feeling. So it's all in the words.
Your performance. The script has lines like, "I'd rather keep my lights on," which are simple yet meaningful. What was your first reaction when reading it?
My first reaction was, let me read this again to make sure I understand. Let me make sure I'm comprehending what I need to comprehend right now. So I read it again, and I read it again, I read it again, until I understood what I wanted to understood about it. Until I understood what I wanted to understand about it. And what I mean is, I wanted to get my own take on it. I wanted to put my own spin on it. I wanted to put my own feel on it. I wanted to embrace how I felt. Like, okay, this is what I take from this, because the way I see it is, the world is going to take what they want to take from it. The world is going to make it into what they want to make it into, whether it's someone in the US, whether it's someone in Canada, no matter what, people have their own opinions, you know what I mean? So I wanted to utilize it, make it into mine, and incorporate my own mannerisms to make it mine.
Did any lines stand out immediately?
All the lines stand out. The whole thing stands out to me. Because it's all, it all plays a part. You know what I'm saying? From me with the popcorn, from what I'm saying, about, being broke, being woke, all those different things. It's all tied into each other, Like I said, it's kind of what you make it, It's what you make it. And when I say you, I mean the people out there. It's what you make it.
What's your take on go woke or go broke idea used in some circles? Do you think it's harmful? Why do you think Marie Eva Vollmer, the author, chose to take a stance against the idea?
To be honest, I feel like when it comes to that statement, it all depends on who you are and how you view things. You understand what I'm saying? Because what it means to me, it might not mean to you. Because being woke is different to people. Your woke is different from my woke. Your broke could be different from my broke. You understand what I'm saying? So this is going to affect people in many different ways. Many different ways. And that's my take.
How did you prepare to deliver those lines so naturally?
Well, I prepared. I just, like I said, I just kind of I went over the lines and made it mine. I mean, to sum it all up, as simple as possible, I went over the lines, I made it mine, and it became mine. It became, even though those wasn't my words, it became my words, It became my commercial. It became me. That's how I did it.
The script. Tell us about the experience on set in Toronto. We hear this is the first trip to Canada where the production took place. How did that feel?
My first trip, I didn't want to leave. I mean, it was clean. The air was crisp. The food was good. I was somewhere 45 floors in the air, nice balcony. I mean, it was just, I didn't want to leave. I actually want to go back right now. That's how I feel. But yeah, first experience, out of this world. Or should I say out of this country? But yeah, I loved it. I love Canada. I really do. Like it for a first experience, it couldn't have been no better than what it was. It was awesome. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, for real.
Did it feel different working outside the U.S. for the first time?
It did feel different. It felt more welcoming. Like, I don't know what it was, but people just seemed more welcoming. I made friends. I went out to a lounge. I mean, all this was just in a close vicinity. It was like New York, but nicer and cleaner. That's what Toronto reminded me of. Yeah, I was just chilling. I mean, I was trying to take things slow because I was trying to utilize all that time. My last hours and stuff being there, I was trying to just enjoy it. I was trying to make sure it went slow as possible because I didn't want to leave. Shout out to Toronto, though. I'm definitely coming back ASAP.
I understand you didn't even have a passport before the shoot. What was the moment like?
I did not have a passport before the shoot. Absolutely not. And I thought I was going to be able to get one. So I was like, man, I'm about to miss out on going out the country. I get to go out the country. I get to work out the country. I get to be productive. So I'm just like, man, I cannot lose all that. And I thought I was because I didn't have my passport. But, Marie got me right. The film company got me right. And I was able to get my passport in a day. A lot of people don't even know that's possible, but it is. I got my passport in a day. Man, they sent some contracts over. Canada pulled them strings for me. And I got over there. And I was able to do my job and get back. So, yeah, shout out to Canada, man.
Any memorable experiences in Toronto beyond filming?
Oh, yeah, I have plenty of... To be there for as long as I was, I wasn't there as long as I wanted to be there, but I got so many different memories there. I'm talking from going to the CN Tower, to nightlife, just walking around, to meeting people, to being on set, to eating food. Like all these, to being, in my suite and being able to look out and see the entire Toronto straight off my balcony. Yeah, all those memories are just staying with me forever.
Tell us about Is it true that Dallada Films Studios gifted you tickets to the CN Tower as a cultural experience? How was that for you?
It is true. It is very true. I think that's one of the tallest monuments in the world. I think so. If not, I know it's probably not the tallest, but it's one of the tallest. It might be the tallest. I don't know. Do your Googles, do your research for y'all and see. But it's very, very high in the sky. And you can eat in there. It's like food and drinks and all kinds of stuff. If you ever go to Toronto, I recommend you go to it. It's definitely an experience you would love. I loved it. And I was thankful. I was thankful they gifted me those tickets because I probably would have never seen that on my own, you know. But yeah, I advise anybody who's in Toronto to go. You gotta go do that. You can't even go to Toronto until you do that. Like, you gotta to feel the whole experience. Yeah, that's the place you gotta go. I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of scary because you could see through the floor and you going up in the sky. It's just like breathtaking for real. Like it really feels crazy. I'm thinking about it now. It's just like, yeah, you real high in the sky. Like it don't even feel real. Like it feel like you just about to go up into outer space or something if you just on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like it really feel like that.
Did it feel like a special way to celebrate your first international trip?
Oh yeah. That was definitely a special way to celebrate it. Everybody knows that. A lot of people. I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people know that tower because it's on the front of Drake's album cover. So that lets you know how monumental this the CN Tower is. But yeah, I just think that what being there actually opened up doors for me, even creativity wise, being an artist. It gave me something else to write about. It gave me another experience to jot down. So it did way more for me than just be a monument. It really opened up my mind to other areas and other things, and it just made me want to work a lot harder than what I was. It made me want to write songs about it. It just inspired me. Like I needed that. I needed it.
Would you say that experience influenced your mindset on set?
Repeat that.
Would you say the experience influenced your mindset on set?
Yeah. The experience definitely influenced me on set because it made me think like, you know what? You got to kill this. Like you got to do your thing in this commercial because you got to come back to Canada. You gotta build that base here in Canada. So you got to make sure people feel where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? Some may call it pressure, but I like the pressure. So that's what I was feeling. Like I was just like, you know what? Here's another place in the world that you like, that you love actually. Yeah. So I got something to prove.
Is it true? Many viewers interpret the short as both humorous and thought-provoking. How do you personally see the message of Lightning Interim?
I see it as both. I see it as being both. I see it as being humorous, thought-provoking. And why I see it this way, because these are the reactions that I got. I got people laugh out loud. I got people with deep responses. I got people with responses that are paragraphs long. I got people with emojis. So people are just taking this thing wherever they want it to go, and taking whatever they want from it. So to me, in order for them to do that, I had to do what I had to do, which is embody those different feelings and put them out there so people could grab whatever they wanted from it. That's how I feel about it.
The official poster shows you with devil horns and angel wings in a smoky kitchen. How did you react when you saw it? And does it reflect the balance of chaos and control?
Oh, I love that. I love that art when I saw it. Actually, I'm putting that on my wall. I love that art when I saw it because it's definitely a balance. It's like good guy, bad guy type thing. You know what I mean? It's like that. Or playing devil's advocate at the same time. So it's just like, like I said, it's like wherever you want to take it. You can go here, you can go there. You know what I'm saying? We could take it straight up and we can go straight to hell with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. That's my opinion.
Where were you when you first saw the poster?
I was sitting on the couch. I was sitting on the couch, and I opened my phone and I saw it. I saw it on my phone. Before I had it physical, I saw it on the phone. So it just looked vivid to me. Like, this is very vivid, and it says a lot without saying a lot. Like, you could look at it, and get a feel of what it's saying. Your own perception of it, your own personal perception of it just by looking at it. And that's my favorite thing about it. Like, you can have your own personal perception of it. And what I mean is, when I put this poster on the wall, when people walk in, they're going to take from it whatever they want to take from it. They're going to ask me about it, of course, but they're going to take from it what they want to take from it. Like, okay, I see the angel wings. I see okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. So that's what I like about it. I like when people build up their own to something. Like, take it to the universe and run with it. Don't let me tell you what it means. What it means to you is more valuable to me. Understand what I'm saying? It's more valuable when you take what you wanted to mean and you run with it. That's what I like.
How was it working with director Sarat and the team Dallada Films? What was unique about their approach?
I would say what was unique about their approach is how family oriented they were. Like, they made sure I was good no matter what. They made sure I had everything I needed. They, just treated me like family. And it all felt like just one big family, I would say. And that's what made everything else come out so good. That's what made the product come out so good, because everybody was very family-like on set. It didn't feel like I was working. It didn't feel like I was doing a job. It didn't feel like I was just there temporarily. It really felt like we was locked in. We all had the same vision, and we all wanted things to come out as perfect as it could. So that's what I would say.
Viewers are connecting with both the humor and the philosophy. Any reactions that surprised you?
All of them. I would say all of them. All the reactions surprised me, because anytime anybody gets feedback and not just scrolling past something, that's valuable to me. Whether it's good, bad, in between, I just like the fact that people are reacting to it. I like the fact that people are talking about it. I like the fact that people are doing all those things without just scrolling past it or just looking at it and feeling away and still not saying anything, because look how many times we do that. I'm guilty of that too. I'll look at something, scroll past it. I'm not leaving a comment or whatever the case may be. But to see that people are that into it, to leave comments, to leave reactions, I like them all. That's right. Because it's thought-provoking. So you're doing what we intended for it to do. It worked.
How do you feel about the short sparking discussions online?
I feel good. That ties into the same thing. I like that type of stuff, because, I go back, I read it. Like, I like that it sparked that conversation. I like that it's sparking people's mind. I like that it's causing people to think a little deeper. All those things are things that I feel like people aren't getting out here. I feel like people aren't thinking. A lot of people aren't using their minds and don't even have to, So to give somebody something to think about, to dwell on, that has value in it. I think it's valued.
How was it? We've been talking a lot about the success of Lightning Interim and the incredible week in Toronto. But the reality is, shortly after you touched down in New Jersey, your world changed. You went from a high on your first international shoot in Dallada Films to something very traumatic. Are you comfortable telling us what happened?
Yeah. To make a long story short, back Canada doing this, having this amazing trip and this amazing run. And life has its ways, man. I get into a car accident. People can't drive in Jersey, man. Why people feel the need to do 120 everywhere, I don't know. But yeah, somebody ended up hitting me. You know, it just goes to show you, you know, you could be on the high and get brought down quick. That's just the way life worked, though. You know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. There's a lot of people that can't even say that. You know what I mean? So I don't let stuff like that keep me down or phase anything I got going on, because I know it's just a step. It's just a step in a direction that I know I'm trying to go, and I know I can't go in these directions without obstacles, because then it'll be too easy. You know what I mean? So in life, what comes with the steps is the obstacles. You know, it's gonna come along with it. So, like I said, man, to anybody out there who may be experiencing a situation where something's holding you back, keeping you down, or it seems like something's always happening, trust me when I tell you, there's when you make it past that, there's something greater. And I ain't just saying that because it sounds good. Like, I've literally lived that before. Like, I'll give you another story other than that one. You know, doing the music and stuff, you know, one day I went to this venue, you know, to link with this DJ. His name is G Money, actually, out of North Carolina. And I go up to the door, and me and the bouncer end up getting into a fight. And I'm just like, you know, yo, why is this happening? You know what I'm saying? I came all the way from Jersey to talk to this DJ. And then, you know, at the time, I had called my PR on the phone. I was telling her, like, yo, I'm out of here. I ain't got time to be boxing with these people in the parking lot. So then she like, no, trust me. Something's telling me just go back. So I go back, you know, and I end up speaking to the DJ, and then my music was on the radio the next day. But that's what I mean. Like, if I would have just left and been mad, I would have missed that whole opportunity. So I'm telling you that to tell you this. Like, even though I went through some bad stuff, the car accident and other things, you got to keep going, just like I did. And like I said, you'd be surprised what happens when you actually keep going and don't give up. Like, and that's what I'm here to tell y'all. Just keep going, man. Like, that shit was horrible. It was horrible. Like I said, being in Jersey, man, I give you some advice. If you got a nice car in Jersey, don't bring it here, man. If you got a nice car, don't bring it to Jersey, man. You better go get you something you can beat around, because that's what's going to happen in New Jersey. People here drop crazy. I'm telling you now.
Before we let you go, the world really stopped during COVID-19. For an artist like you, what was the isolation like? And how has the outlook on life changed now that you've faced both a global pandemic and personal near-death experience back to back?
When it came to the pandemic, I felt it was over. Just imagine planning tours, planning a radio run, promotional runs, appearances, and none of it goes through. So now you have to think of other ways to survive, make money, be creative. Just imagine putting all that work into all those different things, and none of them are able to happen. So you gotta admit, like, that's enough to keep the strongest person down. That's for one. And as far as dealing with two situations like that back to back, I feel like the world was against me. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the world was against me. The universe wasn't responding to what I was doing. I felt like, why me? All these different ways just wrapped in one. And I feel it too. And what I mean by I feel it is when I step out and I see things are a different way, like, fans will stay with you, but it's only if you don't put out any product, you know, you're stagnant, and they're gonna go to the next person. And that's how I felt. Like, oh man, I'm gonna lose everything I built. And which I lost a lot of it. I tried to maintain it the best I could, but when you got studios that are closed, you got photography studios closed, videography studios closed, recording studios closed. So it's like, you know, no one even wants you breathing on their microphones now. So it's just like, what do you do in that situation? You know, so you got to think of other ways. And I tried my best to, you know, stay afloat and do what I could do. I must have did something right because I'm still here, you know. But back-to-back situations like that is enough to that's enough to take people out of here. That's enough to end careers. That stuff is career ending. COVID was career ending. I know a lot of careers. I know careers and people who didn't make it. I know artists and careers that did not make it out of COVID. I lost people during COVID. Like, we lost in the entertainment business, people passed away, So they didn't even get a chance to do anything. So that's why I got to be appreciative of my chance once again, So when it comes to those situations, I like to leave those in my rear view. Oh, they behind me. Those times then left. I'm a new person. I'm here doing what I got to do. I still got my love for everything that I'm doing. As you can see, I'm sitting here in front of you today. So that's where I'm at with things.
Ready, action.
Before we close, would you like to say anything about the current state of the world, or perhaps help someone in the audience who might be feeling like all hope is gone?
You know what? The current state of the world is really hard for me to talk about, to be honest, because even though I can't really speak on how people feel right now, I can't talk for people. I can only talk for me. But who I can talk for is these friends and family members that I have that are experiencing the worst times possible right now, all at the same time. And it's unbelievable for me, I got a friend right now, I call her Jody Breeze. She's done had 2 back-to-back deaths, and which is kind of, it's I feel for her and her family, and I have other friends who have lost their mom. I have friends who have had multiple people murdered. I've had friends that are just experiencing these hard times. I got another friend named Donnell. He lost his brother. I feel for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish there was something I could do to take their pain away. And you want to give them these positive things, but it don't fix nothing. You could be as positive as you want to be, but it don't fix what people are going through. It don't fix what my friends are going through. So it's just, all you really have is prayer at the end of the day. All I could really do is pray for them, pray for my friends, and just be there for them. Even if it's just something simple. Let's do lunch. Can I, do something just to make your day easier? That's my approach. Like, can I do something just to make your day easier? I might bring you some lunch or do something like that for them. But life, man, it even had me down too. Like, it's just so sad, man, to see all this stuff rapidly happening. But the positive I take from it is, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. And I'm just being honest. I don't know what positive to take from it. I could sit here and talk all day. Nothing's changing, Just being honest. And we live in a time where people really don't care. The worst times that people really don't care, I could think back 5 years ago, it wasn't like it is now. So I kind of can't put a finger on what happened and what changed. All I know is it's different, So with that being said, I just got to pray for my friends and pray for everybody else all over the world who don't know me. Some may know me, most probably don't, but that's all we could really do. It's out of our control,
Before we close, would you